So welcome back to another Duel Links PvP video. Today we're going right into ranked with favourite duel, the brand new skill for Jaden and Jaden Duel, which turns Elemental Hero Neos and Flame Wingman into kind of a Yosenju OTK like deck. That's kind of the best way I've got to kind of compare it to what we're playing it as now, because a lot of what you're doing is you're trying to stall out turn 1, guarantee your turn 2, and that's when you go for your big OTK. So we're going first, not really what I want to see, but we opened some okay, so we can go Stratos first of all, and Stratos can grab us from our deck, one of our OG heroes, and he's got something in hand to trigger, so it could be Wightprincess, it could be Thunder Dragons. Let's go for Avian, and then we'll use Avian to dump himself with the skill, if we can ever get there, because our opponent is, they've got something. I'm going to assume it's going to be Wightprincess. We'll go with the skill, which can dump a hero or Spacian from our hand, to then take a hero or Spacian from the deck and put it in the graveyard as well, and then give us a Miracle Fusion in our hand. We're just going to set the breakthrough skill, and we're going to pass and see what Yuma has in store for us, because we've got a somewhat okay field, right? If he attacks over the Stratos, we then have the Wightprincess next turn. We can then go into at least 2, but hopefully 3 if we draw into Neo-Spacian, Fusion summons, which allows us to kind of play around some back row, bait things out if they don't know what they're doing, and steal some free OTK wins. So it's clear 4. So Helix is not going to do too much, right? Just attacking in. But fair enough. I don't get what he's doing here. He's got Wightprincess, but they're both going to go down to the same attack, right? They're both going to... Oh... Nice, okay, that's pretty good. Unaffected by effects of monsters whose level rank are lower than it. So now we kind of go for the big OTK play. And we draw to a Neos, which is really not great actually, thinking about it. But let's go first of all for Miracle Fusion. And we'll go and put our Flame Wingman on the field. So we'll go into Flame Wingman, here we go. 1, 2. Not summon this boy in Duel Links on a video, ever I think. The first time, and we're going to go with the animation because it's so good. When they gave us this was such a good animation for a rare card to get one like this. It's so good. Gonna go to the pose, strike out the fire, there we go, and here is our Flame Wingman to our field. We can then use our skill to go and put on our field a Skyscraper for free. This is just a great consistency skill, really good. Then we can't do much of Grand Mole in our hand because it's, this card's unaffected, so we're going to go for Favorite Duel, and again we'll send, let's send the Neos, and let's put in the graveyard. I'm going to go for the Dolphin, and then we'll get our Fusion, and we can go Miracle Fusion again, this time in 4. Let's just go for Brave Neos, because Brave Neos will get us into a nice search for a Neos Fusion, or something else. So there's Brave Neos. He's definitely got another Wightprincess in hand though, which is really annoying. However, I think we can work around it, right? So Skyscraper's going to give 1,000, which means we need this to be, our monster to be what? 900 attack? So Flame Wingman with this is going to be 3 times 6, which is 18, which is 300. Not gonna work. Brave Neos is gonna be 21, 5, not gonna work either. Ah, damn it. Okay, we do have breakthrough skill though. So I think we can actually do something here. So let's go in for Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, and we can kind of bait him out. I think we can do it. So let's attack in with our Grand Mole, and I'm going to activate the effect of breakthrough skill to go and, make this card be able to be affected. Grand Mole. Activate him, bounce back to the hand. Go on. Please work. Please work. There we go. And then we can attack in with these 2. And he's now got to proc the, he's got to do it. The princess has got to come down. Yep, there's a second one. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, this is not great damage, is it? 5 and then 3. It just isn't that good. And then we'll just pass it up. Now, we haven't really got that great of a field because there's no protection in graveyard. There's no Bacon Saver. There's no Neos Fusion. So we're kind of relying on Wightprincess to do a lot, and we can't use Breakthrough Skill in our opponent's turn, which is the real kind of downside of it, is it has to be used in your turn to get its effect off, so we can't then make his monster affected. It does depend on whether he does have access to Of course, you have the Helix in the scale, and gonna be making my guys weaker, and there is the scale 1 Clifford carrier as well. So he's got 2 in hand, which means he can't go for the big one. He's gonna summon the Helix out as level 4, make it unaffected, and just gonna attack in. Okay, fair enough. That is completely fine. Yeah, that's okay. So that's dealable with. Definitely dealable with. There is the Neo-Spacian. Okay. So what we can do is we can go and play Favorite Duel, and we'll send to the graveyard our Grand Mole, and we'll send the Sparkman, and then we'll go and play Miracle Fusion to go and bring out my favorite hero by far is, does he have, I don't think he does. I think that's just like the game kind of reacting. Shining Flare Wingman. Let's go bring you out. Gonna be very big, and it's the same effect as Wingman, so we can now beat over the Helix. We can do that. We're then going to play Neo-Spacian. And we're going to go in for another Brave Neos, I think. Let's go. Do we go Neos Knight? No, let's go Brave Neos. Sending the Neos, and we'll send to the graveyard a Bacon Saver. And now, we are gaming. We've got a nice little negate if he does try to do things. So, let's see. Battle phase. We'll attack in with the Shining Flare Wingman. Do you have it? Do you have... You do? You got something. His thing's sticking. His thing's sticking. Another Wightprincess. Oh boy. Wait, why couldn't I use... Why couldn't I use that? I'm so confused. Why couldn't I... I'm so confused to why that didn't work. On the plus side now, he doesn't have any more of them. There's no more Wightprincesses, so that's fine. They're on his graveyard. So he can't really do anything. He's just got to set up shop. He's just got to set up shop. He can't physically get over these two. So if we have a normal summon or a Miracle Contact, which is that gonna what? Is that have we got materials in grave? We do. Okay. Coming in clutch, the one copy of Miracle Contact. Going to be fusion summoning into the Grand Neos. There we go. And scooping it up. Game 1 taken so far. A little bit of misplaying, but so far, so good. And for game number 2, we have Valiant Crowler, a GX matchup. Will they be playing the brand new skill, Ancient Gears? It seems like it, but they're playing a 24 card build. So I'm not too sure how this will go. And we've got the Princess, but we also hard drew the Bacon Saver, meaning it's a dead card in our hand. We can dump it to graveyard in fusion, but it's a dead card in our hand regardless. But we do have Stratos, so we're looking pretty good. Now, we can early proc the Wightprincess, make them weaker, and then he's going to just scoop up because, sure. Yeah, next game. And for game number 3, we have Declan Archibald DDDs. This is a deck that I faced so many times on ladders today, trying to stack out, and it's a real 50-50, whether you win or whether you lose, and because of the brand new box, you're going to see this deck so much on ladder. Like, so, really, if there's any deck you try and build around facing, it's going to be DDDs. Now, we, again, didn't open the best, right? If we opened a Stratos, it'd be even better. But, for the moment, it's not terrible. So, we could go and summon this and try and rip a card out, but there's no real point. So let's go Favorite Duel and send the Aqua Dolphin to the graveyard. And we'll also send, for the moment, I guess we'll send... Let's get Burstinatrix... No, yeah, that's fine. Let's get Burstinatrix in the graveyard. That's okay. We'll then go and play Neo-Spacian. And we'll use the Bacon Saver in our hand to go into a Brave Neos, of course, as always. Let's go Neo-Spacian, and we'll go for the Bacon in our hand to make our big boy Neos. And we're just going to sit on him, the Wightprincess, and our 2 protections, one from Bacon Saver attacking, and one from the Neo-Spacian. And that might be just enough to edge out a next turn. Because Triple D can really, depending on the variant, go all in and be super explosive, and because they can make their King Genghis, right, the new one, I think they can negate my Neo-Spacian, so we are going to have to rely quite a bit, I think, on the Princess. And also, we're going to rely heavily on a top deck of either a hero, like a vanilla hero, or a Stratos. Stratos would be the best because we then get a body on board, and we get a search, and so that would be the best case scenario. But for now, we're going in with DDDs, and he's got the full combo. He's summoned the Kepler. Kepler's then getting out the contra the gate. The gate's going to search out probably for the Doom King Armageddon, and it depends now on whether he's playing the brand new Thomas and the Abyss King Ragnarok and the rank 8, because DDDs have so many different ways of playing now, which is kind of what you want for a deck in Duel Links, right? You want a deck to not be this one-trick pony, only one way of playing it. You want it to have multiple ways of playing. So we're going to be scaling that. Oh, we're going to be putting that in the extra deck, and then scaling up, of course, the DD Orthros, I think it is, the spell one, and of course the Kepler on the field. Oh no! Okay, he's scaling up the Zero King Maxwell. All right, maybe it's in hand, because that's definitely from deck, right? Yeah, it is. So maybe the Orthros is in hand. Okay, pending for 2. Gonna be 1 Doom King Armageddon. Watch the T-pose animation come through, and there is the King Zero Sight Maxwell. So this looks like it's gonna be more of the older deck, right? The and he has the Book of Moon. Of course you do. Of course you do. So we have got to negate the attack with the Super Sight Maxwell, of course, using the Bacon Saver in the graveyard, and from there we're kind of good. Now that is gonna put a stop to that. And we're just going to protect with Neo-Spacian, right? Of course, there's no point here. 3k is going to be, what, 8 to 24. That's going to go down to no. We'll just protect. That's fine. Protect you. Thank you very much. His back row is probably going to be the trap card, the pop a card, so we've got to get very lucky here. Let's go draw for turn into a Neos. And then we're going to dump the Neos into the graveyard, and we're going to put... Let's put the Avian, yeah. And now we can go for 2 different summons this turn. Let's go first of all in 4. Do we bait it? Do we bait it? I think we bait it. I think we bait out the Neos Knight, right? We go... Oh, do we? Do we bait it out? I think we do. I think we do. We go 1, and we go 2. And we bait it out. So that's all we've got is a Neos Knight. Please now pop this. Please. Because it's going to look real awkward if you don't. Okay? He's not. Probably should have done Wightprincess first of all. Thinking about it, actually. Let's go for Flame Wingman. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the skill doesn't need Wingman on the field. It just needs to be summoned this turn. Which is so, so good. So here comes Flame Wingman again. Summoning out the boy, the OG GX Ace. And now he's probably going to pop the Wingman because that will do burn damage. Floodgate. Okay. Not what I expected at all, but sure. We'll then play Favorite Duel and go and get us the Skyscraper. It would be good if we activate it, right? Setting it's kind of awkward, but sure, I guess it's fine. And then we can go in. And we can clear the board. But Brave Neos needs to destroy a card by battle to get the attack off. So we're gonna... Do we do more life point damage or we do more attack damage? I think we just do more life point damage, right? So we're gonna go and attack into the Doom King Armageddon. And we're going to go and get off a search for... Oh, gone. Extra deck. Put it back there. Oh, wait. Can you protect? Okay, right. Brave Neos is going to go and grab... I'm going to grab a Miracle Call... Oh, actually. We've got 1 in deck still, right? I think? No, he's in the graveyard. So, yeah. We'll grab the Contact. And then from here, we can just... Damn it. We can't actually kill the Maxwell. We would have to sacrifice our own Neos Knight, which I don't think I want to do. But then again, he can't bring it back. So I think we do it. It's okay, it's fine, we'll totally live. Pray, I think. Yeah, I hope we live. He's got 2 cards, he can search out for 1, of course, he's going to get paying 1,000. So he can get a beefy board out pretty quickly. It just depends on if we can survive long enough with the Wightprincess. But I can pen out another one of these. He can go for another 0 Maxwell, bring it out, and attack into the face down, make it 0. So we have got to save our thing for that. And there's the big boy, Oblivion King Ragnarok. So we did misplay that. We should have gone for the Neos Knight, the Doom King, and then we should have gone to Brave Neos to that, and still would have got the search off. It would have been fine, but yeah, just, you know, the tunnel vision came through, and he's gonna, of course, keep getting the searches off. Will he also get a fusion though? He's going to get a fusion off as well. He's going to go all the way in, which might be our downfall. You know, that this might be the loss. And it wouldn't surprise me because, as I said, DDDs, they are a real 50-50 deck with this deck. You either win or you lose, and it's literally been 50-50 for me. You know, I've had some streaks where I've been destroying DDDs, and some where it's not gone so well, and it's been both builds, right? It's been either the Maxwell build or the more pendulum heavy, well, they're both pendulum heavy, but you know, like the more modern build, I guess you could call it. But this one seems to be a bit of a middle ground, so we'll see what kind of happens here. But he can do quite a lot. Like the DDD deck now with rank 8s and all this stuff can do a stupid amount. So I think we're kind of okay. DDD Oracle King Dark, alright. Not the choice I would have picked, but okay. And then going to be pending for 2. One from hand, one from deck. Gone. Bring out the Maxwell. There's the Maxwell. And here comes the second copy of the Abyss King Ragnarok, sure. I don't think you go for the banish, right? Or you do. Okay. You seemingly do. To go and banish the okay. Fair enough. Super Saiyan King Maxwell going to go and play our Wightprincess and make all of those nice and weak. 7. I'll take 700. You know, more happily than taking 28. Alright. Let's go draw for turn into a Neo-Spacian. That is what we like to see. And of course, Miracle Contact me putting them back in the deck, so that is great. Let's put you two back in the deck. There we go. 1, 2 shall back in for the brave Neos. And then we can go and play our Neo-Spacian. And go and grab... we'll go for the Grand Neos, you know? Why not? There's Grand Neos. We can then go and use the effect of Grand Neos to go and put back in the hand. I guess we'll go for it. Doesn't matter because he's scooping. DDDs have been DD destroyed. On to the final game. Grand Harrier, it's the final game. Okay, so the final game versus a Yami Yuki, the ceremonial battle for Ninja GX, coming right back to the start. Going second, okay. Win streak of 5, so this will be our 6th win if we do get this, so pretty good. And good stuff. This is a somewhat good hand, and it's versus Tellarknights, which if you know me, you'll know I don't like this matchup, but Tellarknights going first with 3 back row is scary as hell. That is terrifying. We've got a lot of playing around to do, just a little bit. So let's think here what we do first of all. If we summon Stratos first, we can then go and get another, you know, get the hero one in the graveyard, and then go for the whole Flame Wingman. So I think we do that. Like I was trying to weigh up whether going for the fusion summon first and then going for the Stratos pop back row and only pop 1 was going to be viable, but it's not. So we're going to risk it. We're going to send the Avian, of course, to the graveyard, or back to our hand, sorry, and then we'll use our skill. And this will go and put our Avian into the graveyard, and then we'll go and put the Burstinatrix as well. And always you kind of want to do turn 1 if you can do your Flame Wingman, because it sets up your turn 3. And that's always a good thing. So let's go for Miracle Fusion, and if he has something, he'll probably interrupt here. Stellar Nova Alpha. Tributing 1 to negate the activation, okay. Now, he does have 2 back row. However, we have Neo-Spacian. If he doesn't have anything else, then we might be okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go and send from my deck these 2 to summon into Aqua Neos. Because you've got to waste a card here. Because that card will be super important. It's a floodgate. Okay, I can take that. It means my guy won't die. So that's fair enough. We'll then go and do a little bit of poking it in. We're not going to trigger D-draw, so that's fine. He's going to let it go through. But that card in hand could have been something very, very worthwhile. Now, the downside is it's now stuck on a board. We can't get rid of it. We're not playing Mariner, so we can't get rid of it. But if he goes for Triver, then we've got the Wightprincess, assuming he doesn't discard it with the effect, which would be kind of annoying. But let's sit in for Deneb. Deneb going to be getting a search off. So he's got 1 piece. Does he have the Skybridge to kind of tag out, though? In for Altair. Do you have the Skybridge? I imagine you do. Because you don't. Okay. This was a fairly straightforward duel, it seems. We could go for a Stratos, but that wouldn't really help us because we can't get anywhere with it. Let's go and pitch the Neos, actually. What do we... No, we'll pitch the Stratos because Neos is going to be kind of important. We'll see if it mattered. In for Miracle Fusion. And now he's got another card to negate. And I think he has another one. I think he has another one. So let's go for the Flame Wingman this time. And we'll see what happens, because he has to negate this attack. You know, he has to stop this attack going through. Otherwise, he loses. So he's got to play his either Floodgate or something else that activates. And then we'll go in for our skill. Favorite Duel to go and give us the field spell again. Just, why not? Activate it. There is something there. He's got something. He's got an alpha. Which I think bodes really well for us, actually. Because we can then just attack in here. And this will be enough, because he can't negate the things that we destroyed, right? Fiendish Chain. Okay. Yeah, we've kind of got to leave it, right? We've got to leave the D-draw here. We can't let him guarantee a card he wants. But either way, he's got his Deneb, right? So you can summon Altair, sorry. Altair in the graveyard, gonna go and pick up the one we destroyed earlier. So he can now make his driver, but he could do that anyway. You know, with 2 materials, he could go for Dark Talon Knight, he could go for that way. So we'll see what he does. We have got the breakthrough skill. So let's see, in for Triver coming down. Okay, activating the effect. That's fun. We're gonna activate the breakthrough skill. And negate. Sorry. You're not returning anything back to my hand. They're all staying on the board. They're all staying there. Battle phase, though, going to be attacking into probably the Stratos, right? Because my guy can't do anything, yeah. So here we could go... You're rank 4, so it doesn't matter. And this only does level or rank. Okay, it does rank as well, but wouldn't have mattered. That is fine. Now it gets a bit scary. There's a second BTS. Okay, this is not a quick effect, so that's good. We can, in our graveyard, use, of course, the other BTS. Let's go for the skill again. And we're going to go and dump the Neos, and we'll dump the Sparkman. And we could go out in style, but they're not going to let us. We're just going to win. I really wish we could have gone for the Flame Wingman OTK there and just won the duel then, but it would happen anyway. So let's go on to the deck profile. I don't want to keep you for too long in today's video. So I think that went pretty well. 6 win streak, 4 of those on video, and so this deck has been way more fun than I kind of expected and way more viable. I think there's a few King of Games lists already. I think more of them are playing a bit more hand trap heavy, right? They're playing Sphere Karibo, but I thought, you know what? The Wightprincess by itself is good enough to survive the turn, and then you can go in, all in, with your Neo-Fusions and continuously fusion summon, and the main goal is, of course, to OTK, but is to really dwindle down your opponent's resources with a skill, because you're getting a Gandora-like effect, right? You're getting this Surge every turn, you're getting a free Miracle Fusion, but what you're doing is you're really investing in turn 2, turn 3, and you're investing in being able to fusion summon once, and beta back row, and then summon again, and beta back row or destroy something, and then summon again, and have 3 fusion summons in one turn, or maybe even 4 if you can do it, and go from there, and hopefully seal out the W. This has been beyond one of the most fun decks I've played in Duel Links in a long, long time. It does remind me, as I said, of Gandora. It does remind me of Gandora. It reminds me of your Senjus. So it's kind of like this middle ground between Gandora and your Senjus, and I think it's a very, very fair skill, right? Because none of these cards by themselves, right, you are locked in to playing either Flare Wingman, Flame Wingman, or any Neos fusions. And the ones you couldn't, like, realistically make, right, other than, like, the big 3 material ones, they're all very fair, right? Summoning into a Grand Neos is very, very fair. It's a pop 1. It's a bounce 1. That's very fair. Neos Knight is a attack twice, but deals no damage. Very fair. Aqua Neos is a discard 1, discard 1. Again, very, very fair. That is literally the description of this deck is very, very fair, but very, very fun. OTK. Let me know down below what you think. There'll be a full deck list, of course, down below in the description as always. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.